only thing. At some point, I'm never going to get there.
Oh, I know that feeling. You are. It is funny.
All right.
Yeah. You're like, but this one, that really might be true.
Yeah.
Sounds great. We need you, Sarah.
Hello, hello.
Good morning, Emily.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, everyone. We are Joyful Noise, and we are delighted to bring music to you this morning. Here we go. I'm so glad Spirit lifted me. I'm so glad Spirit lifted me. I'm so glad Spirit lifted me. Singing glory, hallelujah. Spirit lifted me. When I was in trouble, Spirit lifted me. When I was in trouble, Spirit lifted me. When I was in trouble, Spirit lifted me. Singing glory, hallelujah. Spirit lifted me. I'm so full of joy. Spirit lifted me. I'm telling you, I'm so full of joy. Spirit lifted me. I'm so full of joy, Spirit lifted me, singing glory, hallelujah, Spirit lifted me. Take it, Richard. I'm so glad Spirit lifted me. Hallelujah. I'm so glad Spirit lifted me. I'm so glad Spirit lifted me. Singing glory, hallelujah. Spirit lifted me. Glory, hallelujah. Spirit lifted me. Singing glory, hallelujah. Spirit lifted me. Good morning. We hope that you will sing along with us. The words are up on the screen and you pick up the tune pretty quick. Here we go. Well, here we go. I wish I knew how it would feel to be free. I wish I could break all the chains holding me. I wish I knew how it would feel to be free. Say it loud, say it clear. Can you turn the slide? Thank you. Say it loud, say it clear. For the whole world to hear. I wish I could share all the love that's in my heart. Remove all the parts that keep us apart. I wish you could know what it means to be me. Then you'd see and agree that everyone should be free. Then you'd see and agree everyone should be free. Let's go, Michael. I could live like I'm longing to live. I wish I could do all the things I can do. Though I'm way overdue, I'd be starting anew. Though I'm way overdue, I'd be starting anew. I wish I could be like a bird in the sky. How sweet it would be if I found I could fly. I'd soar to the sun and look down at the sea. Then I'd sing 'cause I know what it means to be free. Then I'd sing 'cause I know what it means to be free. Thank you, thank you. I think you all are going to know the next one, and you're going to get up on your feet and sing with us, and I hope that you will. Take it away, Renee. If you wake up and don't want to smile, if it takes just a little while, open your eyes and look at the day. You'll see things in a different way. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be better than before. Yesterday's gone, yesterday's gone. Why not think about times to come? Not about the things that you've done. If your life was bad to you, just think what tomorrow will do. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be better than before. Yesterday's gone, yesterday's gone. All I want is to see you smile. If it takes just a little while. I know you don't believe that it's true. I never meant any harm to you. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be better than before. Yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone. Ooh, don't you look back. 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 Welcome to church.
Well, good morning. It's obviously too early for some folks. But hopefully they'll be coming along. My name is Dennis Rowcliffe, and I'm a member of the Board of Trustees. It's good to have you all with us this morning at First Unitarian of Oakland. As a congregation, we strive to be an integral and involved, well-connected part of the city that surrounds us, and to be an inclusive and anti-oppressive religious community. You are welcome here. If you're new here, we'd like to begin to get to know you. To help us do so, we invite you to fill out an orange newcomer card. Those cards are available at the greeters table in the foyer or at the welcome table in Vente Hall, the room next to this one. That newcomer card is also available on our website at uuoakland.org. Doing this helps us to help you explore what our community offers and to find new ways to participate. After the service today, Emily Stoper will be holding a 10-minute orientation for newcomers. Emily is in the very back of the church right now. Look for her down here in front of the pulpit to take that opportunity and get answers to whatever initial questions you may have. Welcome, everyone. And now I'll read the land acknowledgement. Oh, that's for you? Oh, okay. I'll leave that for Piper. We're working it out as we go here. Okay, I do have a couple other announcements here. There will be on the 14th of April, that's next Sunday, there will be an exploring membership gathering with Reverend Laurel after the service in the Star King room. This is a time for newcomers, new members, and others to meet each other, share their journeys, and find out what it means to be a member of this community. There will be an opportunity to sign the membership book as well. One of the benefits of being a member is being eligible to vote in the annual meeting. That meeting is normally held in March. This year, for various reasons, we have postponed it till June 2nd, so it's still coming up. Also, we will be having a new member celebration gathering during the service on April 28th. Please join us in welcoming and covenanting with our new members on that date during the Sunday service. Separately, next Saturday is the Hope for Us related action planning day with the two ministers who have been the Hope for Us team. We will come together to identify concrete next steps for shifting into what is possible among us. The link to sign up for that and the deadline to sign up is supposed to be tomorrow. So please remember to sign up for it if you're up for going. Hopefully everybody is who has been attending the Hope for Us sessions. The link is available in the April 4th Chalice Chatter. And now, I would like to introduce you to our new congregational administrator. We are excited to have this person in this key position. Her name is Joram Ree. Joram Ree. She uses the pronouns she, her, as well as they them. A hiring team of 4 people from the church was impressed by the extent and length of her experience as reflected in her resume and by her character when we met her. They have experience with event planning, space rentals, onboarding and offboarding of employees, payroll, data management, program management, human resources processes, and education. And Jorim is coming to the front of the church. Thanks for coming up. And other relevant activities. They have worked at churches, including Grace Cathedral in San Francisco, and schools, and for the Jewish Community Center of the East Bay, among other employers and places. Here at First Unitarian Universalist of Oakland, Jorim will have the benefit of working with Daisy Kwan, the outgoing congregational administrator, during her orientation and training period over the next few weeks. After that, she will still be able to call Daisy if needed, but will have other resources as well, including the ongoing frequent presence of Bill Blakely. Bill, who stepped in about a year ago as the temporary administrator, and while no longer putting in full-time hours, he still keeps an eye on certain things now, thank goodness. As one of the members, yes, okay. As one of the members of the hiring team, I want to thank the others on that team for the significant roles they played in the selection and interviewing process. Those people are: 1, my fellow board member, Marilyn McMahon, who isn't here this morning, and Sharon Dolan, who was our leader in this case, and Rinda Bartley. At the board's request, Rinda will serve as Jorim's supervisor, a task for which she is quite well qualified. And now Jorim might have a few words for us.
My goodness, that was quite the introduction. Thank you, Dennis. Hi, everybody. My name is Jorim Ree, they and she pronouns. Hello to everybody here in person and on Zoom. I'm blessed to be with you. I lived out here in the East Bay only about 5 years. I'm originally from New York, so I'll keep this short, but if you're from the New York area, hit me up. I'm trying to look for my folks. I'm so blessed to be here. I've run into the space and members of this community at the protests and street actions, and it's kind of it's wonderful to see that there is such a community devoted and committed to equity, justice, and faith. So thank you, everybody.
Oh, thank you. Thank you to Joyful Noise. Thank you to Dennis. Thank you to Jorim. Is that how I say it? Jorim. Thank you so much. I am Piper Roanoke Swim, delighted to be a friend of this congregation and your worship leader today. I use they, them pronouns, and I hail ancestors of Europe, including of England and Greece, a figure especially prominently in the work today. In my tradition of reclaiming witchcraft within the neo-pagan wider traditions, it is always our practice to begin with a land acknowledgement, and I delight that it is also the practice of this congregation. So, we begin by acknowledging that we are on stolen land. This land that we gather on is not ours. It belongs to the Ohlone people, the Lisjan Ohlone, Shoshenyo-speaking Ohlone people. They are here now, today, fighting for their rights to exist, to flourish, and to regain sovereignty over this land that contains the bones of their ancestors. There is active rematriation work in our home. To participate, reach out to Sogorete Land Trust, the link that you see on the screen. Today is a little bit different kind of service. So I want to give you a bit of a pagan introduction. Today we will work and play together to honor Gaia. So, welcome to the first Sunday of Earth Month. Gaia is one of the many names that neo-pagan witches like myself use today to speak of the goddess who is the earth. This service will blend UU worship practice with neo-pagan ritual elements. You can expect more music, more movement in our bodies, and a seed communion at the heart of our service today, in which we will plant our prayers to and for Gaia. As with any Sunday here, I warmly welcome you to invite you to participate exactly in the ways that are right for you. If there's any particular element of the service today that does not feel good in your bones, do something else that does. For your first such decision, I would like to invite you to rise and move to the edges of the sanctuary to form one large circle together. You can take hands if you and your neighbor are open to such. You can touch elbows. You can simply hold companionship near one another. I invite you to try to meet the eyes of 3 people around this circle. Someone that you know, someone that you haven't met yet, and someone who might need a smile. The circle is cast. This is a way that we mark sacred space in neo-pagan ritual. And as we mark sacred space in more familiar UU ritual, I invite you to remain where you're standing if it is comfortable, and find a seat if that is what your body needs. As we invite in the elements.
Into this sacred space to the east, I invite you. Air, chill wind of early spring, stir us to motion as you stir the seedlings rising from the earth. Carry our words and our music to one another and help us rejoice in the sounds of community. Welcome, air.
And we say together, welcome air. Invite you to turn to the south.
Fire, as you have warmed our hearths this winter, now you warm the seeds in the ground. Now the sun rises and warms us all. Thank you. Hail and welcome fire.
Hail and welcome fire.
To the west I call to water. Nourish us as you've nourished the earth with generous, gentle rain. Great Bay, help us find our tears as we grieve the illness of our planet, and hold us in your infinite healing waters until we are moved to action. Welcome, water.
Welcome, water.
Earth, to the north, I invite earth. Be with us here today, fertile soil of our gardens and fields, vast mountains of stone, deep, quiet, dark beneath us. Steady us for our work this morning. Welcome, earth.
Welcome, earth. And to the center, looking again at one another. Welcome this community. We who are gathered here today, let us take a deep breath together. For the work ahead of us. And let us say, welcome, center. I'm going to start walking now. Do you want to walk with me? There you go. Where would you like to be, Debbie? As we make ready to light our chalice and our candles with words spoken by Debbie Kaplan.
Good morning. For our chalice lighting, do we have our regular words on the screen? All righty. Okay. Many of us know this and know the hand gestures that go along with it. Please do join with us and use the hand gestures if you know and want to. It's not required by any means. And these are the words for lighting our chalice. We light this chalice, symbol of Unitarian Universalism. May it remind us of the divine spark in all of creation, the power of love to heal what is broken and to be grateful for life's blessings each day. The words this morning for the peace candle are from St. Francis de Sales. Never be in a hurry. Do everything quietly and in a calm spirit. Do not lose your inner peace for anything whatsoever, even if your whole world seems upset. And together we say, peace is possible. The words today for lighting our Black Lives Matter candle are from a Washington Post reporter named Sarah Kaplan. You can't build a just and equitable society on a planet that's been destabilized by human activities, nor can you stop the world from warming without the experience and the expertise of those most affected by it. And together we say, Black Lives Matter.
And into this so sacred space, we invite Gaia, the Earth Mother, Mother of the Gods, this name that comes from ancient Greece. In this name, though there are so many names in which she is honored, we invite her in with a song that will be familiar to some. I invite you to join as it becomes familiar to you. The earth is our mother. She will take care of us. The earth is our mother. She will take care of us. Hey, Anna, oh, Anna, hey, Anna. Hey, Anna, oh, Anna, hey, Anna. The earth is our mother. We will take care of her. The earth is our mother. We will take care of her. Hey, Anna, oh, Anna, hey, Anna. Hey, Anna, oh, Anna, hey, Anna. Earth is our mother. We will take care of us. The earth is our mother. She will take care of us. Hey, Anna, oh, Anna, hey, Anna. Hey, Anna, oh, Anna, hey, Anna. One more time. The earth is our mother. We must take care of her. The earth is our mother. We will take care of her. Hey, Anna, oh, Anna, hey, Anna. Hey, Anna, oh, Anna, hey, Anna. With gratitude to the seldom acknowledged authors of that song in our hymnal, the Hoopa Indians of Northern California. Our call to worship today is the oldest invocation of Gaia I know. The Homeric hymn, number 30, written in Greece sometime around the 7th century BCE, which was rather a while ago now. And I have edited it for inclusive language. To Gaia, the mother of all, I will sing of well-founded Gaia, mother of all, eldest of all beings. She feeds all the creatures that are in the worlds, all that go upon the goodly land, and all that are in the paths of the seas, and all that fly. All these are fed of her store. Through you, O Queen, we are blessed in our children and blessed in our harvests, and to you it belongs to give means of life to us and to take it away. Happy are those whom you delight to honor. They have all things abundantly. Fruitful land laden with corn, pastures covered with cattle, and a house filled with good things. Such blessed ones rule orderly in their cities. Great riches and wealth follow them. Their youths exult with ever-fresh delight, and their young children in flower-laden bands play and skip merrily over the soft flowers of the field. Thus it is with those whom you honor, Semnethea, O holy goddess, Aptone daemon, bountiful spirit. Hail, Theon Mater, mother of the gods, wife of star Uranus the heavens. Freely bestow upon us for this our song, substance that cheers our hearts. And in one voice, let the people say, "Come, let us worship together." And now, I will invite you to make another choice. If you would like to offer and receive greetings today, it's almost time. If you would not, though, please find your seat. And if you see someone sitting, unless they are waving out to you in some way that they want a greeting, please do not greet them. In that way, we will avoid giving greetings where they are not wished in this moment. And so, we begin this time of greetings. Welcome. And now I invite you to finish up your last greeting and return to your seat, or a new one if you prefer that. As Debbie will offer us some truly moving words, in my opinion.
I'm going to read a poem titled Instructions on Not Giving Up by Ada Limon. More than the fuchsia funnels breaking out of the crabapple tree, more than the neighbor's almost obscene display of cherry limbs shoving their cotton candy-colored blossoms to the slate sky of spring rains. It's the greening of the trees that really gets to me. When all the shock of white and taffy, the world's baubles and trinkets, leave the pavement strewn with the confetti of aftermath, the leaves come. Patient, plodding, a green skin growing over whatever winter did to us. A return to the strange idea of continuous living despite the mess of us, the hurt, the empty. Fine then, I'll take it, the tree seems to say. A new slick leaf, unfurling like a fist to an open palm. I'll take it all. Every Sunday, we come together as one community in this building, on Zoom, and there are many, many more members of this congregation, friends, family, and others who we care about. And as a community, this is time to speak aloud the names of those who are in your heart and on your mind, your celebrations, your anniversaries, your cares, and your worries and sadness, and embracing meditation. A bell will ring. For the names and words that have been spoken, and for those that are too tender to say aloud, we together say, we hold them in our care.
In this time, I invite us into a spirit of meditation and preparation for communion. We will never, never lose our way to the well of her memory and the power of her living flame. It will rise again. There is so much that I could say this morning about Gaia. I could tell you about the worship of Gaia stretching back thousands of years in the Mediterranean. I could tell you about dozens of cultures around the world who honor an Earth Mother goddess and their names and stories. I could talk about James Lovelock and the Gaia hypothesis. Adrienne Marie Brown and her emergent strategy. The healing power of forest bathing. The first stirrings of environmental collapse that leave us wondering whether we have acquired the power and lack of foresight to kill the great mother we live upon. Or I could tell you about modern witches who look to Gaia and to Joanna Macy's theory of the Great Turning for hope. And I'm not going to. All of those histories and theories and theologians are well worth knowing about. Look them up later if you choose. Today, filling our heads with information is not the focus. Today, we ground ourselves into our Mother Nature as a source of divine wisdom, one aspect of the sixth source of our Unitarian Universalist living tradition. And there are a few reasons to do this today. As humans, our species has a tendency to think of ourselves as separate from the rest of life around us, as different or above, sometimes less than, but in our own category. Yet we know that we are part of an interconnected web of existence, that our survival depends on the flourishing of all other forms of life around us. To Gaia, animals and trees and microorganisms and fungi are all her children, and she loves us all. As humans of the 21st century, we have a tendency to despair and fear for the future. I'm going to guess that everyone here at some point has felt shame or grief for the vast environmental damage caused by human actions that we are benefiting from right now. Some have said that we should fear Gaia if she has a consciousness, or that she hates us. She'd be better off without us. I don't. Have you ever had a child in your life do something very wrong, or been that child? Did that parent, that adult, that source of wisdom stop loving the child? No. To Gaia, we are all her children. And though she might be annoyed with us about our rather unwise and harmful actions, like any parent, she loves us. To say the same truth in another, less theologically specific way, connection with the earth is a source of great healing that we desperately need if we are to take wise action. And the last reason I want to call attention to is that it's spring. Well and truly spring, and in this season the earth invites us to return to life, despite the mess of us, the hurt, the empty. With all this in mind, let us enter a time of meditation and reroot ourselves into the earth. Sink into your chair or into the floor. Move your body to where it is comfortable. To pause there for a little while. If it feels good in your body, take a deep breath. And another. I invite you to close your eyes if you have not yet. And imagine yourself in a familiar, natural place outside. For now, experience it with your eyes closed, savoring your other senses. Try to know this place without your eyes for once. It might be a backyard, a favorite childhood park, a forest you've traveled in many times, somewhere that you feel comfortable, at ease. Recall the details you can, and where memory fails, you're welcome to use your imagination. Savoring your other senses. Is it warm on your skin? Is there a breeze? What do you smell? What sounds do you hear? Birds? Rustling of leaves? Children's voices? Imagine yourself totally comfortable and held. And now imagine yourself looking around this place. What do you see? Who do you see? Now I invite you to add to this place of memory. What would you include here that was not here before? What might bring you great joy to add to your sanctuary space? Now there is something here that begins to draw your attention. It might be a pond or a well, perhaps a flourishing patch of beloved plants, a campfire to gather around, a moss-covered stone or a carved statue, a picnic blanket. This is where Gaia is inviting you to meet with her. Whether this is a place to connect with the earth in this space or with an embodied goddess is yours to choose. Imagine such a place and find yourself moving toward it. How does it feel to be here in this place you know to be holy? You might hear some wisdom or receive some thing while you are in this place. Perhaps you're simply here to savor being connected with the earth. Perhaps you are carrying a weight of grief or anger or hopelessness with you today. I invite you to set down that burden here, to open to healing. If you give your woundedness to the earth, she can compost it into good growing soil. Consider whether you have anything that you are ready to let go of and begin to heal. How do you feel here? This is a sacred place. It is always here for you. Before you leave this place for now, think of a prayer that you wish to offer the earth or ask of the earth in this Earth Month. Or an animal, a plant, a place, for yourself, for your kin, for Gaia as a whole. Find your prayer. And if you could choose one word, just one word, to symbolize that prayer, what would that one word be? You can always return to this sacred place. For now, drink in what you need. If you feel moved, offer thanks for whatever you experienced or did not experience during this time. As you are ready, begin gently to return your awareness to this outer sanctuary at First Unitarian Church of Oakland. But hold on to that one word of your prayer. You'll need it in a moment. We will never, never lose our way to the well of her memory and the power of her living flame. It will rise, it will rise again. Coming back to full presence here together in this community. What if we did a little magic together? Would that be okay with anyone? It's a very familiar kind of magic. It's a communion. It involves that table sitting very conspicuously in the middle of our space. And it has a story behind it. A few months from now, a year ago, we were in the middle of our summer garden, and our property manager suddenly said that we had to pull out all of our plants. We reached out to this community, as well as our community of witches, in deepest distress, for the possibility of losing this garden sanctuary that we relied on, my family and I. And we got such support from you. It was hard, and it gave us the courage and the resources we needed to push back, to keep our garden blooming. And my personal favorite result of that garden, that support, is on the table here in the center. These are runner bean seeds. They're actually a cross between runner bean seeds and purple potted pole beans because we planted them too close together. And not a single one of these seeds would have existed without the support that we received from this community. And this is the soil of our garden. I've brought these today to share with you in an act of magic, which is ultimately the belief that through our actions we can enact transformation within that affects the world without. Remember your one word. You're going to plant it in this seed. And the seed in the earth. And leave a marker to show that you have done so. And then you're not going to take it home. Because community is also about trust. Someone else is going to take your prayer home at the end of the service if they feel moved. And whatever nurturing energy they offer it, no matter the result of the physical plant. So please, if you feel you have little skill with plants, it's not what this is about. Whatever energy you give will help your community members' prayer to blossom. Are we ready? All right. So if you have attended a communion at mostly anywhere, but especially at First Unitarian before, it has a similar format. We're going to begin with the two who have volunteered to support this communion coming forward. They are going to hold microphones so that you can speak your one word before you plant your seed. From the front rows through to the back. And as we do this, a few of us have some music to offer you to support this working.
So I think you want to come down the side aisles.
Leaf. Nourishment.
Silence.
Sunlight.
Thanks.
Air.
Connection.
Love.
Love.
Mama Gaia, I'm sending you roots. I'm bringing you sacred fire. Hey, Mama Gaia, I'm bringing you roots.
Rebuilding.
I'm bringing you sacred fire.
Belonging.
Roots.
Kindness.
Awesome.
Rest.
Safety.
I'm bringing you
Directions.
I'm bringing you sacred fire.
Cheerfulness.
Good.
Mama Gaia, I'm bringing you
Thanks.
I'm bringing you sacred
Returning.
On loneliness.
the trees, the sun, the flame, the bring them all together with my hand and my love forever and ever. The roots, the trees, the sun, the flames, the bring them all together with my hands and my love.
Love.
Heard. Restoration.
Spaciousness.
Thaw.
Reality.
Guidance.
Release.
For all of the prayers that we have planted. Let's take one deep breath together. Send a little energy toward those planted prayers, if you wish. And now we have a time and get to listen to the most delightful music offered by Crescendo Choir.
Woman, Life, Liberty by Shervin Hajipour and Rana Mansour, who you will see on the slide, I think they'll advance it, is a slogan that originated within the women-led Iranian Kurdish movements. This slogan garnered global recognition following the 2022 protests, which were sparked by the death of Mahsa Amini, who was in custody of Iran's morality police for improper clothing. The phrase rapidly became a universal rallying cry, symbolizing resistance against oppression and the fight for women's rights. The song we're about to sing, Woman, Life, Liberty, is a power ballad widely referred to as the anthem of the protests. After the death of Mahsa Amini and the start of the protests, an internet meme spread throughout social media and Twitter in particular. In phrases starting with the word "for," the users explained their personal reasons for protesting and wishing for regime change in Iran. The text resulting from this meme touches upon several topics in need of change for women, life, liberty.
For dancing in the alleys and the streets, for the thrill and the fear of getting caught kissing, for my sister, my brother, and unity, for all the times we tried to change their minds and stale beliefs.
For the loss of pride, for poverty, for the dream of just a normal life for you and me, for all the children who were starving for a loaf of bread, for the greed of politics and all the lies they spread.
For all the mass polluted air we breathe, for all the litter in the streets and all the dying trees, for all the animals who suffer from elimination, for all the cats and dogs who love us without no condition.
For all the tears that seem to never end, for all the images that keep on turning in our heads, for a simple smile to last a little while, for future generations fighting for their time, for empty promises of heaven in the afterlife, for all the imprisonment of beautiful minds, for all the champions who were born and all the ones who died, for all the times you told the truth and all the times you lied,
For all the speeches that we heard about a million times, for all the shacks and shelters that were sold to make a dime, for just a glimpse of a peaceful life, for the rising of the sun after an endless night.
For all the pills we pop just to get some sleep, for all mankind and our country, for all the boys and girls who never knew equality, for woman, for life, for liberty. For liberty. For liberty. For liberty.
this community is a refuge for me and has been for many decades that I've been a part of this church. I've served on boards, committees, been parts of groups, planned events, spent time with many, many people who also are a part of this community. And my dream is for there to be a place in my life, and this is the dream, where it's okay to be human. It's not expected to be perfect. And when we talk about loving each other, we're not expecting each other to be perfect. And in fact, we love each other because we're not perfect. The idea of being loved when you get it wrong, even when you get it wrong, is what I've learned from being part of this community, and that it's possible to expect that and to come here and be part of people who strive to cast off the desire to look perfect and instead be who we really are, and keep coming back and keep working on living up to our ideals. And the way that this community exists is because of what all of us put into it, whether it's our time, whether it's the way that we care for each other, whether it's the way that we care for this building and our money as well. So this is the time in the service to give with money and to feel gratitude for all of what we do for each other in order to have this place in our lives, this refuge. On the screen are different ways to give, and ushers will pass baskets. If you are here for the first time, please, your presence here is enough. We don't need an offering from you. And ushers, please pass the baskets. And the words in the screen, we say together, to the work of the church, which is weaving a tapestry of love we call community. We dedicate ourselves and these our offerings.
Now I invite you to rise as you are willing and able. So we're actually going to sing a hymn. Surprise! It is hymn number 51, Lady of the Seasons' Laughter. Seasons' laughter, and the summer's warmly near, and the winter follows after, each our spirits not to fear. Hold us in your steady mercy, Lady of the turning year, of the evening star. Sister of the evening starlight, and the falling shadows stay here among us till the twilight of tomorrow's dawning ray. Hold us in your steady mercy, Lady of the turning day. Mother of the generations, in whose love all life is worth, everlasting celebrations bring our labors safe to birth. Hold us in your steady mercy, Lady of the turning earth. Goddess of all time's progression, stand with us when we engage, hands and hearts to end oppression, writing history's fairer page. Hold us in your steady mercy, Lady of the turning age. Gaia Theon Mater, Mother Earth, Mother of the gods, Mother of us all, thank you for your presence here in this time of honoring. From this sacred space, this time and place, we are about to depart, so we say, hail and farewell, Gaia, as we leave. Hail and farewell, Gaia, and those who invited an element into this sacred time, please step forward once more as we begin to say farewells. We begin by turning to the north. Oh, we begin with community. We begin with community. Can we do that circle one more time? As you are willing. Finding someone to exchange a smile with. Finding someone you haven't yet met. And finding someone beloved to you. Thank you, community. Now let's turn to the north.
Thanking water, we release you.
Thank you, water.
Thank you, fire!
Thank you, air. We release you.
Taking that deep breath together. Thinking of your word of prayer one more time. Feeling in yourself if there is a prayer on this table that is yours to take with you to nurture with meditation or with song or with planting. And to open this circle, we will clap our hands together one time. The circle is open but unbroken. May the peace of Gaia go ever in our hearts. Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again in Venti Hall for coffee hour. I invite you to take one of the prayers home with you, and the rest will be planted again in our garden.